another episode of Calcio Chronicles. I'm Sheida, your football-spirited language coach. And as always, I'm here with my brilliant co-host, Italy's top football analyst and sports journalist, Massimo Caputi.
Hi, Sheida. Nice to see you. Welcome to everybody. Ready to go.
Yes, fantastic. Welcome back, Massimo, to our show. Okay, before anything, we have seen so many amazing matches in round 15. So let's talk about the team insights. Let's get to that. Brilliant. Massimo, last week we were talking about the fact that it looks like we have a two-horse race for the Serie A crown in Serie A at the moment. And this week it seems the same thing, a very similar situation. What do you think? Is Inter and Juventus the only two teams that are really fighting for the title? What's the situation?
But I confirm my thought, and for me, Inter and Juventus are favored for the fighting for the title, and it's very difficult to think that could happen something special for the other team. Yeah. And Inter and Juventus are stronger than other, and the continuity and the results demonstrated that Inter and Juventus are stronger than all other teams.
Okay, brilliant. So we'll see which one of the two would have more chance to win the title. That is like the biggest question at the moment. Then this week, yeah?
No, Inter is more complete than Juventus, but Juventus is strong, is a good team, and especially the feeling between the manager and the team is very solid.
Yeah. I mean, definitely we can see the effects of the fact that they don't have any of the European matches, and this season they're literally just focused on Serie A. So
until now, because for 2 months the European competition are stopped, no? And so for 2 months also Inter is without European competition, but we will have the final for the Super Cup of the Italy in Saudi Arabia and the Italy Cup, but also Juventus will be the Italy Cup.
Okay, yeah, some of the distractions away from the Serie A. Now, this week we've had also another brilliant, great news for all the Ibrahimovic lovers like me. There are some news that for Rossoneri that Ibrahimovic could arrive at Milan as a senior advisor. What could be the effect, and what are your thoughts about Ibrahimovic's arrival at Rossoneri's?
But is a good news for Milan, and I believe also for Ibrahimovic to work with Milan. And unfortunately for Milan, Ibrahimovic cannot play, and in this moment should be important. But I believe that will be important also as a manager, and for the mindset of the players in this special moment, but also for working to the next season, for building a great team for the next future, and also he will work not only with the team. For the building of the team, but also in marketing, will be an important manager because he's not a manager only for the club, but is a manager of the group, the property of the Milan club. As a senior advisor, you said.
So do you think that he's going to be as brilliant, as a senior advisor as he is as a player? or as he was, unfortunately for us to say, because he has also there was a documentary about him. You can see that he's got this resilient mindset. So do you think that he can bring that into the team?
No, he has a great personality, and in a moment of difficulty for Milan, the personality and the presence of Ibrahimovic could be important for Pioli and for the players.
Okay, brilliant. I'm looking forward to that because I'm a very big fan of Ibrahimovic myself. When everybody says Messi or Ronaldo, I always say Ibrahimovic. So I'm curious to see how he's going to perform as an advisor. Okay, another point that I want to talk about is this mid-table tussle that we have right now in Serie A, with just a mere 5 points separating 8 teams behind Milan. Who do you think is performing better and holds a key to this breakthrough performance right now?
The fight for the European position is very interesting. Probably is the best for our tournament in this season. 8 teams in 5 points. Everything is possible. It's very difficult to have a prediction. Milan is a little bit favored because has more points than the other, only 2, but in this situation is important also only 2 points more. Yeah. It's very difficult to a prediction because every round could change the position, and my opinion is in this next 1 month and a half, probably we will have a perfect view around the strengths of the team. And for example, Roma will play the next 5 matches very hard. Bologna, Napoli, Juventus, Atalanta, Milan, and so it's very difficult to understand what will happen in this 1 month and a half. But it's very interesting, the fight.
To see how the balance is going to change. Yes. These are interesting moments, isn't it? When anything can happen. I mean, not for the top teams, but for all the other teams that, they can, from one match to the other, they can actually change the balance. Now, exactly, let's get to talk, because you mentioned Roma, and Roma is going to have some challenges this round. So let's get to talk about the next round previews and discuss the upcoming matches of the next round. Let's go. Okay, welcome back. So round 16 is going to bring us some very big, brilliant, big matches. And one of them is the Lazio versus Inter clash, which is highly, highly anticipated in this round 16. What can we expect from this encounter, and what could what could be the implications for the title race of the results of this match?
Well, I believe that will be a great match. Because Lazio would like to win at home in a big match, and at the same time, also Inter would like to win, especially for the fight for the title now against Juventus, and Inter will know the result of Juventus against Genoa. My expectation is for a great match. Play well, will play well at both teams, but Inter is favored because Inter are more solution than Lazio, and in defensive phase, Lazio has some problem, and the difficulties for Lazio are in forward because Immobile is not in a good shape, and Inter play a great football, solidity, personality, and a lot of solution for scoring, and so Inter favored for the final result for me.
Okay, I agree with you. Next one, I would like to talk about Roma, as you were just mentioning earlier. Roma is going to have some very tough upcoming matches, and but unfortunately has to face Bologna without the key players like Lukaku and Dybala, which is, I'm pretty worried about it. How might these absences impact the Giallorossi's performance, you think?
It's hard for Roma without Dybala and Lukaku. Are two important players, no, of Mourinho and for Roma, and so the difficulty against Bologna is not only for the quality of Bologna, but also because Mourinho will have only Belotti as a central forward, as Moon a little bit injured, and so for Roma is in a tricky match against Bologna. Bologna is the big surprise of this season at moment, and play a great football in defense, in midfield, in forward, in every part of the field. And so for Roma will be very, very difficult to exit from Bologna with a positive result, for my opinion. Probably the result, my prediction is a draw.
Yeah, we're lucky to have a draw, you think, if we're not going to have a defeat. Because, or maybe this could be an occasion for other players that, usually don't have that much of space to showcase their talent. Maybe this would be the occasion for them. Maybe. I really hope that.
Probably, but how Roma play is difficult without Lukaku, especially, but also especially without Dybala. Dybala is the creative man now of the team.
Yes, unfortunately, this is a very, very tough time for Roma, and we hope for the best going through the round 16 and the match with Bologna. Next big match that I would like to talk about is actually the first one of round 16, which is Genoa against Juventus. Now, against Genoa, do you think that will Juventus stick to their established style, or can we expect any surprises?
No. I believe it will play in the same at the same because this is the specific identity of Juventus, and also Genoa. We don't have Retegui is injured, and so in forward could be some problem, especially against the massive defense of Juventus. Juventus doesn't have in this moment the goal of the forwards, Chiesa, Vlahovic, and the other, but always find a player for scoring, especially Gatti, in the last two matches. But Juventus is favored, and especially because for me, Juventus think all moment to the title to win, and so Juventus favored against Genoa.
Okay, yes, also because they have a very high stake. They are thinking, as you exactly mentioned, that they have the goal that is the title, and that gives them more energy to fight. Okay, another big match that we have this round would be Napoli against Cagliari. How do you see Napoli against Cagliari? Under Mazzarri, have you noticed improvement in Napoli, maybe in the Champions League victory? What are your thoughts?
No, absolutely. Napoli improves after the arrival of Mazzarri, but Napoli play well, but lose, and so it's not so good, And in the game against Cagliari is favor. For me, is a great occasion for Napoli for winning the match at home after the European Champions League against Braga. Absolutely, is a great occasion. In the future, Napoli have to improve in physical condition, because in the last game play well the first half, but not the second, and so because Napoli has great technique, but in this moment recover also the identity, the feeling of the team, but now needs more and better physical condition.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Now, let's focus also on the other matches that we have this round. One of them that we have tomorrow would be the Lecce against the Frosinone. They're both coming from draws. What do you think? Who do you think could win in this match?
It's a balanced match. Lecce play at home is a little bit favored, but my prediction is a draw.
Okay. Thank you. And next one, we're going to have Torino versus Empoli. Empoli is coming from a 1-1 draw with Lecce. And Torino lately also is playing well. Who do you think with this match has the chance to win?
Torino is living a good moment, in a good shape for the result and also for the game, and so is favored against Empoli. Empoli has a lot of problem for scoring, and so Torino favored.
Okay, but Empoli won against Napoli 2 rounds ago, though. I have to say, that's 2 rounds ago. Okay, next one we're going to have Milan versus Monza. Monza won against Genoa in last round. Do you think that they would have a chance against Milan?
But Monza for Milan is a hard match because played after the champions, and Pioli has again some problems in defensive phase. Calabria is out for, and so the problem for Milan are in defensive phase, and Monza is a good team, play well. Is not the same from the last year, but is always a difficult opponent for every team, and so also for Milan. For me, it will be not a surprise and a probably draw.
Okay. Next one, we're going to have Udinese versus Sassuolo. Now, both teams are coming from defeats, even though the defeat of Udinese was even worse than the one of Sassuolo. Between the two, who do you think would have a chance?
I am honest, it's very difficult to understand both teams, no? Because it's always difficult and a prediction around these teams. And so at the end, I don't see a favor but probably will be a draw. Udinese play at home, would like to win, but at the same time, Sassuolo have to be a reaction, no? Have to have a reaction after the defeat in the last game. And a draw for me.
A draw. Okay, awesome. Now, next one, we're going to have Fiorentina versus Verona, which both teams are coming from draws. Very different ones, but again, 2 draws. Who do you think is going to be stronger here? Can Viola win or Verona?
For Fiorentina is a great occasion to catch important point for the fight of the European position, especially because we have Inter Lazio, Bologna Roma, and could gain important points, no? And is favored. Lose Nico Gonzalez for injury is a problem for Italiano. Fiorentina is favored, but pay attention to Verona, because Verona don't win, but is always a difficult opponent, and so favor Fiorentina, but no surprise, probably a draw.
Okay. Fantastic. And the last one of this round will be Atalanta versus Salernitana. Now, Atalanta is coming from a victory and Salernitana from a loss. Who do you think is...
I haven't dubbed Atalanta is favored. Absolutely. 3 points for Gasperini. I'm sorry for Salernitana, but everything is possible in the football, but Atalanta will win.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, Massimo, again, for all your insights. I see you next week that would be absolutely like just before Christmas to talk about the next round.
Okay, at the next, we will see the next episode. Bye-bye. Good weekend for everybody.
You too. Goodbye. Thank you to all of you that are listening to us and are supporting us from near and far. See you next week, and good luck, whichever team that you support. Good luck with your team. See you next week. Bye.